Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. On the mound for Detroit is newly acquired starting pitcher Bert Bleilovan. No record in the American League. And pitching for the Red Sox today is Mike Chris, whose record is 3-2 with a 3.79 ERA. Okay, we've got a lot to get through this morning before we get to the ball game. A couple of things I want to mention. First of all, yes, it is Bert Bleilevan's first game as a Detroit Tiger. He's getting the start today against the Red Sox. So we'll take a little bit longer look at Bert Bleilovan when we get to him in the pitcher wrap-up. And also want to mention that today is the halfway point of the season. It is game 81, and after today's game, in a separate video, we will do a standings and league leaders at the end of the month of June. So that video will be separate after this ball game here. Also, I want to mention a sincere rest in peace to Doug Jones, who passed away today at age 62. We make a lot of fun of him on this channel, especially when we come across his baseball cards in those Fairfield boxes that I open every so often. We always say that he's always looked his age 62 when he was just a youngster starting out. So, but a solid pitcher, a couple-time All-Star, pitching for the Indians and the Brew Crew in Houston. And so a sincere rest in peace to Doug Jones today. Also, I want to say thank you for everyone who gave feedback on yesterday's video, where we took a little bit of time to talk about the process that I use for when I make trades. In addition to that, we discussed what the smiley face through frowny face means for the ball players and how that affects their gameplay. So if anyone has any questions ever about the things that I do during this ball game, I'll be glad to elaborate in a future video, so don't be afraid to ask, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe. If you're new to this channel, we do a baseball game every single day, and we are here at the halfway point with Bert Bleilovan. You'll see his record 6-10 in his time with the Pirates. The current Red Sox lineup is only batting .154 against Bert in 29 plate appearances, and all of the bullpen is available for today's game. And we're facing our third lefty in a row. I'm sick of the lefties. We have Mike Chris, former Detroit Tiger farmhand, getting the start for Boston today. And here is our lineup against Mike Chris. The only difference today is we're going to sit Kevin Bass, and we're going to put Dan Gonzales in there, making his first start as a Tiger this season. He is a left-hander in the DH role and batting ninth. So we'll do the official Tigers lineup rundown as we pull up the season stats for the Tigers. And let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Tigers today with Sweet Lou Whitaker batting leadoff and playing second base. Batting second in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third and playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting cleanup at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting sixth and catching today is Lance Parrish. Batting seventh in right field is Andre Dawson. Batting eighth at first base is Greg Brock. And finally, batting ninth, making his season debut for the Tigers, is Dan Gonzales in the DH role. Mike Chris, good old Mike Chris, making his ninth start of the season, 3-2 with that 3.79 ERA, 37 Ks and 61 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .253 against him. He's got a complete game. Last year, he made two starts, going 1-0 with an .053 ERA, and he pitched in the ALCS last season for Boston, getting a start with a no decision, going 8 innings and giving up 2 runs. 3 runs, 2 earned runs. So his fastball tops out around 92 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage pretty high, almost 50%. And his fastball and slider both above average. Fastball is his best pitch. And a curveball is just below average. So 3 solid pitches for the youngster. We traded him way back in our inaugural year, 1980, of this sim. We got Bob Stanley, Carlton Fisk, and Gary Hancock back. And it was Mike Chris. I think we might have sent somebody else over there, but we have none of these players anymore. They've all moved on. So, okay, here is the Red Sox defensive alignment. We have John Stearns back in there at catcher. So this is the same lineup they've used all 3 games, with the one exception being Stearns back in there as Rader played yesterday at catcher. And here's Sweet Lou leading off against Mike Chris. Whitaker base hit to right field. Start off the ball game. And do we want to go for 2? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. It's early. We're going to give Rickey a chance to swing away. Rickey hitting pretty well lately. And a wild pitch sends Whitaker to second base. So now Whitaker's in scoring position. We're going to try to push it to the right side if you can. At least get Whitaker to third. Oh, gosh. That pitch was a foot outside. I have no idea what Henderson is swinging at. So there's 1 down with Whitaker at second. Trammell up next. And a base hit to center field. That'll score Whitaker. And it is 1-0 Detroit. We are not going to go for 2. With Freddie Lin, 3-time Gold Glove winner, out there in center field. So Trammell with the RBI single. We're going to hit and run with Hatcher. Hatcher is killing it lately, batting .333. I'm sure we'll see him when we do the leaders later today. Trammell steals second base. Not even a pitch was thrown. That is Trammell's 6th stolen base in 10 attempts. So right in line with our team percentage average. Okay, now we don't have to hit and run. We can just swing away here. And Hatcher will go to right. Calderon makes the catch deep enough for Trammell to tag and take third. It's going to bring up Gibby, batting .274 with 11 home runs. Career high in homers. And he hits a fly ball to right. That'll be the third out for the inning. So Tigers get on the board with the RBI single by Trammell. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is the Red Sox lineup for today. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Marty Barrett. Batting second in center field is Freddie Lin. Batting third at third base is Wade Boggs. And batting cleanup in right field, Yvonne Calderon. Batting fifth in left field is Hall of Famer Jim Rice. Batting sixth at first base is Dave Stapleton. Batting seventh and DHing is Clint Hurdle. Batting eighth at shortstop is Roy Smalley. And finally, batting ninth and catching today for the Sox is John Stearns. Bert Bleilovan, folks, we have ourselves what I hope to be a quality starter for us. Take a look at Bert Bleilovan. He was on the Indians in 1982. So we're in the same division now. He comes over from Pittsburgh in the deal where I sent 6 players. We looked at, if you are seeing this game before the trade game, you go back to the first game of the series, you can get the trade rundown. So he had 19 starts with Pittsburgh, going 6-10 with a 4.63 ERA. Dave mentioned in one of the comments that hopefully he doesn't turn into Rick Russell, and I thought the exact same thing. Rick Russell was a pitcher we got from the Cubbies in the 1980 season, who had a bad record that year, and he just stunk it up. And he had such a high payroll, we were lucky enough to trade him to Oakland, where he basically sunk that team. So you'll see here he's got 3 complete games. Opponents have been in 276. He's got 94 Ks in 138 innings pitched. Doesn't really have a really fast fastball, 89 miles an hour. It tops out at. He is a fly ball pitcher in Tiger Stadium. It's a deep park, but home runs do fly there. His best pitch is a sidearm curve, and then he's also got a regular curve, I guess a 12 to 6er. And then his fastball and changeup he mixes in to give you something else to look at. Overall, his rating is 88. He's 31 years old. We have him for 4 more seasons. So we'll have him until his age 35 season. And hopefully we can get some mileage out of him, get some innings pitched. Take a look at his logs here. I mean, I don't know if there's really much to look at that will tell us anything about what he'll do for us. But I felt like it was a good trade. We certainly needed it. We have Dan Petrie coming back in 25 games. And hopefully that will make a difference for us. There's the Tigers' defensive alignment today. Pretty much the same as it ever is. Nothing new there to report. And Marty Barrett leading off against Bert Bleilovan. And Barrett skies it to center field. Again, Blyleven, fly ball pitcher. Flies out to center field. There is 1 down. Next up is Freddie Lin. Lin goes to left field for a base hit. Lin's average up to 264 now. Wade Boggs with 1 down, runner on first. He hits a grounder to short. Trammell can't turn 2. The only play was to first. It might have been a hit and run with Lynn running. So Lynn is in scoring position for Yvonne Calderon. Calderon batting .295. And he strikes out on a changeup. He snuck a changeup in there. And that's the 3rd out and the first K for Blyleven. We go to the top of the 2nd inning. 1-0 Detroit. Here's Lance Parrish leading off. And he shoots it down the right field line into my pesky pole there. And do we go for 3? Do we go for 3? Parrish, how often does he get a chance to get a triple? But he hasn't even touched second base yet. And Calderon is right there. It must have hit off. I don't know how that could be a triple. We're going to say no. We're going to play conservative. And Parrish has himself a double. That is his 12th double of the season. I would imagine he is leading the Tigers in doubles. So Parrish is on second base. Here's Andre Dawson. Average over 200 finally. And he takes strike 3 looking. Come on, man. 1 down. 2nd K for Chris. Brock Ness Monster's up. He goes to left. Is that going to fall in for a hit? It does. Brock gets a base hit as a left-hander. That's amazing. We're not going to go for 2. We'll take the RBI singles. Parrish scores, and it's 2-0 Detroit. And that's going to bring up Dan Gonzales. We saw him in 1980. He was a September call-up. He shoots it to right. And that is out number 2. Dan Gonzales, I think his rating is 72, so he doesn't really play into our future. But I like having another left-handed bat on the bench as Whitaker is going to fly out to left field and foul ground. Play is made by Jimmy Rice. So it's 2-0 Detroit now. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Jim Rice leading off the inning against Bert. The home Blyleven. Good old Chris Berman with his nicknames. I'll probably wear that out. Oh no, Blyleven. Makes an error on the comebacker. Rice is safe at first. Runner on first for Dave Stapleton. Stapleton strikes out. There's that sidearm curve. That is his out pitch. 2 Ks for Blyleven. That'll bring up Clint Hurdle. Hurdle's going to get an infield single to first. And now we have runners on first and second with 1 out. Roy Smalley up. Smalley batting .299 overall. I'm thinking about bringing the outfield in, but I guess we can afford to give up 1 run on the base hit if that's what happens. Ground ball to first. Can Brock turn 2? There we go. Great job by Brock. 3-6-3 double play. That's the hard way. And we go to the top of the third. Rickey Henderson leading off. Henderson struck out. First time up. As maligned as Henderson has been, he leads the Tigers in MVP votes. So he just seems to be clutch. But, of course, we can't trust him stealing bases at all. He was a Gold Glove winner last year, so his defense is all right. But a 260 hitter with 7 home runs who can't steal doesn't really seem to help us much. So Hatcher strikes out. That's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Chris. We go to the bottom of the third, up 2. Bad dude, John Stearns, leading off the inning. And he shoots it down the left field line up against the green monster. Gibby gets it back in quickly as Stearns is held to a single. Next up, Marty Barrett. We're going to pull the third baseman in case he wants to lay down a bunt. And Barrett flips it into center. Henderson makes the running catch. 1 down. That will bring up Freddie Lin. Freddie Lin had the base hit in the first inning. And he walks. That was a close one. I guess it wasn't that close. 6 inches outside. First walk by Blyleven, and now Wade Boggs is up. Now he will pull the outfield in. We know he's going to make good contact. Oh, shit. All the way down. That's going to score. Oh, I thought he was going to score 2. Lynn is held up at third. And it's 2-1 on the double by Boggs. I believe that is his 20th double. Nope, 18th double. I think he leads Boston with those 18 doubles. And now we will, what do we do here? I think we're going to pull the corners in to go home on a ground ball. Otherwise, we'll give up that run. Oh, shucks. Base hit into right field, and it's 2-all. Okay, now we definitely have to pull the infield in against Jim Rice. Calderon could be stealing on this play. Try to stay out of the double play possibility. And an infield single. Come on. I would have rather had Jim Rice hit a 3-run shot. 6 hits now against Blyleven. Stapleton flies out to right. Calderon tags up. And Clint hurdle with 2 down, runners on first and third. Gets a base hit to left. So not a good debut for Blyleven as he strikes out Smalley, giving up 4 runs in the third. The error got it kicked off, and then it was on like Donkey Kong right after that. I didn't notice how many of those runs, if any, were unearned. As Gibby grounds out to second, Barrett tosses him out, 1 down. Let's Parrish up next. And there's another hit for Parrish. Is he going to have 2 doubles? He does have 2 doubles today. Nicely done. That's double number 13 on the season. And now Andre Dawson. Oh, man. I mean, he didn't swing away. Oh, there we go. Dawson into left field. Up against the wall. Parrish scores and another double. Again, we are not a doubles team, but we are killing it in Boston with doubles. That is the 10th double of the season for Dawson. And he is the tying run now. So the RBI double from Dawson. That'll bring up Greg Brock. Brock had a base hit first time up. Here he hits a ground ball to third. Dawson has to hold. And it's going to be up to Dan Gonzales. This is the time to make your mark here, boy. Oh, no. Dan Gonzales strikes out. Oh, man. So we leave a runner stranded in scoring position. You get one of the runs back. Tigers are down 4-3. Now, Blyleven, He's only at 65 pitches. His endurance is right up there with Morris. He's got great control. He's so-called power pitcher, which I don't know what that means when you have an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. I don't know. But John Stearns, 5 for 10 in his career against Blyleven, mostly with the Mets, I would guess. And Stearns gets the 8th hit off of Blyleven today. Next up is Marty Barrett. And John Stearns steals second base. He was a catcher that could steal. He hasn't done much in our sim, but he did have 25 stolen bases in 78. I believe that was the year that he was an all-star. So Stearns is on second. Nobody out. 0-1 count to Barrett. And Barrett hits a grounder to Whitaker. There's one down. And we cannot let this run score. We have to pull everybody in. Freddie Lin up. And Lin hits a fly ball to right. Is that deep enough to score Stearns? It is not. Not going to run on Dawson in right field. Dawson's usually in center. 2 down. Chance for Blyleven to get out of it. All 4 of those runs were earned, even though he did have the error. And Boggs gets a hit. Makes it 5-3. How much longer do we go with Blyleven? Clearly, he doesn't have it today. 3 2/3 inning, 9 hits given up, 5 runs, and he walks Calderon. I'd like to have him get one more out, or at least feel good about it. There we go. Ground ball to short. So I think that might be it for Blyleven. He does not have it today. We're bringing the bullpen. We'll let Brian Kelly get a few innings pitched. Wow. Mike Chris paints the corner on Whitaker. 5th strikeout for Mike Chris. And then Rickey finally gets a base hit. No, Rickey doesn't get doubles. Rickey Henderson has 1 double this season. 4 triples, 7 home runs. That is how pathetic he is with his base running ability. It's at an 86. It's actually gone down. And we have to rest him once a week. He comes up as listed as tired. Trammell with 1 down. Henderson on first. Flies out to right. And Hatcher will come up then. Let's get a rally going. 2-out rally. There we go. Shoots it right into left center field. And Hatcher has a double as Henderson scores from first. We'll take it any way we can get it. That is Hatcher's 10th double of the season. And it's 5-4 Boston. Okay, so Mike Chris up to 96 pitches. He's on the verge of being chased from this ball game. Gibson crushes it. Is it going to fall short? It does, right on the warning track in right center field. 382 feet. That would have given the Tigers the lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th, down a run. Stapleton, Hurdle, and Roy Smalley due up. Give Bird a chance here to at least get over 100 pitches. There's 1 out. Clint Hurdle up next. Wow, frozen rope right at Trammell for the 2nd out. Switch hitter Roy Smalley up next. Flying into center field. There we go. We're sticking with Bert. Bert has a 1-2-3 inning, first one of the game. We go to the top of the 6th. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Who's the player of the game so far? Parrish is 2 for 2. He's up right now as well. And the RBIs have been spread out. Lots of doubles. So I guess it's kind of hard to say. Parrish is 2 for 2. Let's see what he can do in this at-bat against Mike Chris at 99 pitches. Oh, there's the there's the strikeout you can count on, 1 per game at least. All right, so 1 down. Dawson up next. It looked like it might have been a strike 3 if he let it go by. But he swings and pops it up. Mike Chris had 106 pitches and not tired with a 73 endurance. There's something sketchy about that. There we go. He walks Brock. And now we're going to have Dan Gonzales. It's only the 6th inning. You have to have a little bit of faith. Brock always walks. We can count on him for 1 walk a game. And Gonzales taps it right back to Chris. And that'll do it. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And this is where we're going to take out Bert Bleilovan. He got us through 5. Not a great start by Blyleven. I hope we have better things to come from him. We're going to bring in Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly is kind of a long reliever, but he could be starting right now. But he's unproven in that way. If you look at his minor league stuff, man, he has been dynamite in the minors. And he's pitched pretty well. His fastball is 95 miles an hour, so he should be able to strike out a bunch of batters. He's not happy either. See, he's a frowny face. What's his problem? He doesn't like being a backup starter on the Tigers. He could probably earn a spot in the rotation for Toronto. Yeah, obviously. They suck. But we're not giving you away. So shut your mouth, rookie. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do. Striking out John Stearns to lead off the bottom of the 6th. 1 down. Marty Barrett up next. Oh, then he walks him. 1 for you, 1 for them. Barrett on first. Here's Fred Lin. I don't know how Kelly does versus lefties, so this is going to be a test, especially against Lynn and Boggs, 2 of the better lefties in MLB. Lynn pops it up to second. Wade Boggs batting .317 versus right-handers. And ground ball to second. Whitaker tosses him out. Nicely done by Kelly. We'll give him another inning because we have a bunch of righties coming up. And we go to the top of the 7th. They're going to bring in Luis Aponte. Aponte got a save in the first game of the series. Didn't pitch yesterday. This is his 20th appearance. 1-2, 6.08 ERA. He pitched great in that ball game. Take a look at the log. 2 in the 3rd innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs, struck out a couple. And that was his 2nd save on the season. So let's see if we can get to Aponte now that Chris is out. Sweet Lou leading off, and he flips it over the first baseman's head all the way down the line. How is that not a double? Come on. So, no, we're not going to risk it. But now we are going to hit and run with Rickey. And his contact rate is 83. This is not his forte, though. So it's kind of a risk. Oh, come on, Rickey. Popping it up. You can't ask him to do anything. You just got to let Rickey swing away. That's going to be our philosophy for Henderson in the second half. Don't ask him to do anything. Just let him swing. Okay, here's Trammell. Whitaker on first. What's the stolen base opportunity? 65%? Not worth it. There we go. Oh, line drive right at first. They go double Whitaker off. They do. Come on. That is total bullshit. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Down by a run. That did not go well for us. So here's Calderon leading off. Calderon, Rice, and Stapleton, all righties, so we'll give Kelly a shot here. Oh no, Calderon base hit in the center field, 10 hits for the Sox, and he goes for 2 on Henderson and has himself a double. That was right to straight away to center field. His 7th double of the year. So Henderson having a terrible game today. Jim Rice up next, strikes out on the inside corner. 2nd K for Kelly. Dave Stapleton up next with Calderon on 2nd. And Calderon tries to steal 3rd. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. He does have a 94 speed. We'll take it, though. 2 down. Oh, and the base hit would have scored the run. Stapleton just scoots it past Whitaker for a base hit. It's going to bring up the lefty Hurdle. Hurdle batting .269 versus right-handers. Hits a sharp ground ball to 3rd, and Hatcher playing some sound defense at 3rd. Tosses him out. We go to the 8th. We're down a run. We've got Hatcher, Gibby, and Parrish due up. And Gibby gets to face a right-hander for once. There we go. Base hit by Hatcher. 2 for 4 on the day. And Gibby's up, and he's just chomping at the bit. His mustache is like standing straight up. That's how excited he is to face a righty. Oh, the mustache got in his eyes. He struck out. Hatcher on first with 1 down. And this is Mr. Double Play. Lance Parrish up. Yep. There. Come on. Man, we cannot get... We have 10 hits. And we just cannot push another one over. Good job by Brian Kelly. We're going to take him out. And we're going to bring in another right-hander. It's the 8th inning. We are going to bring in Tom Hume, who has really pitched quite a bit this season. I guess I could have brought in Patterson, but this is the 8th inning guy at the moment, so this is what he does. He's going to face Roy Smalley, batting .302 versus right-handers. Smalley flips it into center field. Can Henderson get it? There we go. Rickey's on it. There's 1 down. John Stearns up next, 2 for 3 with a stolen base today. And there's a base hit up the middle. Stearns' 3rd hit. Marty Barrett does not have a hit, but he has walked today. Can't imagine Stearns will be stealing here in the 8th, but who knows. Oh, base hit by Barrett. Come on. Now he's got the lefties coming up. What does he do versus... I think he gets lefties out pretty good. 241. We got to bring in Capizzello. I want to win this ball game. We can win 2 and 3 on the road before the halfway mark. And Capizzello just crushes lefties. So we're pulling for a double play here. Lefties are batting .190 against him. And Freddie Lin could be a double play candidate. He keeps saying he has no at-bats versus Capizzello, but I know that's not true. Freddie, fly ball into center field. That's pretty deep. That's right into the little triangle out there, a little alcove. And caught by Henderson. Everybody tags up. 397 feet. And this is an important at-bat here. If we can get Boggs out of this, I'll feel good about going to the 9th. Otherwise, this could be the ball game. If Boggs gets a base hit, he strikes him out. Good job, Cappy. Okay, so that was the right call, bringing Capizzello in. We go to the 9th inning. We've got Dawson. We've got Brock. We've got Gonzales with Eck up. Eckersley. Saw him yesterday. He did not get the save. He went 1 inning, giving up a hit and getting a strikeout. And he's going to face Dawson, Brock, and Gonzales. I feel good about Brock. Oh, no! Did he get a hold of it? Did Dawson just send it out here? Get out! Yes! Oh, man. Clutch Dawson. What up? That is awesome. A home run number 8 on the season. The game is tied. Holy hell. I never thought that would happen. 5-5 as Greg Brock steps in. If the game wasn't on the line, I bet you Brock would be wearing one right now. Okay, well, we're going to let Gonzales swing away here. 1 of 2 Tigers without a hit today. The other being Gibby. And he pops it up. Barrett makes the catch. 2 down. Here's Sweet Lou. Lou 2 for 4 with a K today. And he shoots it through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Just past the shortstop Smalley. And we have Whitaker on first. And we're going to try to steal second base. It's kind of a risk. I'm a risk taker. It's curveball. And Whitaker steals second base. He's in scoring position with a chance to give the Tigers the lead. That is his 7th stolen base on this season. We haven't had the lead since the 2nd inning. Let's see if Rickey can come through. We're just going to let him swing away. 1 for 4 with a K today. Flipping it into right center field. Is that going to fall in for a hit? Fall down. Yes! Henderson with the base hit. Run scores. We are not going to go for 2. Henderson with the go-ahead RBI single here in the top of the 9th. And Henderson on first base. Here's Trammell. 1 for 1 with a walk against Eckersley in his career. Trammell flips it to the left. That should be caught. It is, as Rice makes the catch. And the Tigers score 2 in the top of the 9th and lead it 6-5. What a ball game. All right, we're going to take out Cappy. And normally this would be Rucker territory, but he's a left-hander. Facing these 3 right-handers, it seems foolish for him to do that. I guess we have to bring in Patterson to maybe get the save opportunity, and then bring in Rucker against Hurdle if it gets to that point. And let's face it, it probably will. So Patterson, we haven't seen much of him lately. This is his 28th appearance, 1-1 with that 4.50 ERA. Opponents are batting .318 against him. That's bad, folks. I mean, I don't need to tell you that. It's bad. And righties are batting .341 because he throws the ball at 91 miles an hour right down the middle. And Calderon will lead off the inning. 1 for 2 in his career against Patterson. Patterson gets him to pop it to Brock at first. Pop and lock. There's 1 out. Jim Rice up next. Jim Rice eyeing the green monster over there. Strikes out looking. 2 down. Look at Patterson stepping up with Dave Stapleton up. 2 outs. Stapleton strikes out swinging. The Tigers win 6-5. Handshakes, butt slaps, and sloppy steaks. What a good ball game. I mean, a game we should have won, but the whole time I'm thinking maybe we blew it. I don't know. No trade offers. We could take a look at the standings briefly here because we're going to do the standings video right after this video. And the Tigers have almost tied Kansas City for the most wins in the American League. Take a look at transactions. Oh, wow. More retirements as Jerry Koosman, the Coos, at age 39, retires with 183 career wins. Was 6-4 last year, and it's hard to believe he couldn't help somebody out. In '82, he did pitch for the White Sox. You see right there is his baseball card. And also, Sparky Lyle retires at age 37. So he just never did sign with a team this season. A couple of injuries. Gary Templeton, injured for 6 weeks for the Cardinals, out 41 days. Looks like he wasn't doing too much for him this season. Batted .328 last year. And also Roger Metzger hasn't played in the majors since 1980. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Good victory for the Tigers. Finished the season with the month of June with 20 wins, a 20-win month. That's first time we've done that since I've been doing the sim. Player of the game, tough call, but we got to give it to Andre Dawson with the tying home run, his 8th on the season. He also had a double. Parrish had 2 doubles. Mickey had a double. Capizzello, lucky charm in relief, 6-1 on the season now. Dave Patterson gets his first save. Eckersley takes the loss, falls to 6-2, and that'll do it. So we're going to come back shortly after this and have the video for the league leaders and standings. Until then, everyone, have a great night.